everybody, Sign Ninja 4444 here, bringing you another review, and we haven't done a review in a while, so I'm doing one now. And today I'm going to be reviewing the Rocka T3 right here, one of the 2008 vehicle sets. And I have all the vehicle sets, but this one I just wanted to review because I reviewed the Jet Tracks and the Accelera. I think I may have reviewed Mazika. I think I did, actually. Yeah, I think I did. And Voltraz I do not think I reviewed, so I'm reviewing this one because I haven't reviewed it. So anyway, let's get started. First off, we're gonna go over the instructions, and like most of my other sets, I don't have the box because my mom made me throw it away. But anyway, just let me get this situated so they don't fall down. And there's 3 instruction manuals. Anyway, first one here, you have Bionicle Rocka T3, and you have a picture of the Matanui robot right there, just like the Codex. Here, under here, you have the Swamp of Secrets, and you have the Stalactites up here. Set number 8941, and you have a picture of Instruction Manual 1, www.bionicle.com, and the Lego logo. On the back, you have an ad for the Mystica, www.lego.com, and copyright 2008 of the Lego Group, who cares. And I think this is like a set number for the instructions. That's 4537355. You have Mystica Bionicle. You have the Codex here, and you have Tahu Bitidal, or what, I can't pronounce his name. Anyway, you have Gali, Gorast, Anua, and Krika. Strangely, his name sounds a lot like Kreka, the Dark Hunter from 2004. Anyway, open up the instruction manual. It says organize the pieces, which I never do. And then it says use each bag one at a time, which back when I got this set I didn't know what that meant. But now I use each bag one at a time. Anyway, bag 1 of pieces builds Pohatu. Bag 2 builds the back part. Bag 3 builds the mid part. And bag 4 finishes it off with all the detail. Now here's instruction manual 2. Everything's the same except for this is the 2. On the back, instead of the Mystica, you have an ad for the Fintoka. You have the Silver Ignika or Ignika, whatever, mask. Copyright 2008. The Lego Group, who cares? Because Lego doesn't care about their stuff on YouTube. Sorry. Anyway, the number for the instructions is 4537356 in the Lego Group. Anyway, for the Fintoka, you also have the Matoran with them. So for the Toa, you have Lewa and Tanma. You have Pohatu and Photok, similar names. Kopaka and Solek. And for the Makuta, you have Vampira and Galva. You have Chirox and Crop, and Antraz and Rediac. Strangely, Rediac also sounds like Redac, the yellow Paraka, or black Paraka, or whatever. Anyway, yeah, similar names. But anyway, put that aside, and we open it up. Go on to instruction manual 3. Alright, instruction manual 3, everything is the same on the front again, except this is the 3rd one. And on the back, instead of having a Bionicle ad, you have an ad for Lego. You have Lego Star Wars, Bionicle, and Lego City, and Win Lego products and stuff like that. It's Pohatu. Now Pohatu, I like this figure. One thing that kind of bugs me though is how they put the chest plate on his back instead of the front. That kind of ticks me off. But if you want to, you can just bend the head back, and bend the arms back and the legs back. And here he looks a lot better now, but that's not how the instructions tell you to do it, so unfortunately I can't do that. It's not accurate. Still, I think it would be much better if this was on the front, the chest plate was. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, and the mask, it's the same mask you get for his Fintoka version, except for the fact that this part here, the blue transparent part, is the rocket wing, has rocket wings and is not perfectly smooth. But the orange part, which looks kind of like the Mask of Time, is the same. And it fits nicely on his face. One thing I hate is how they stop using the eye pieces or brain pieces with the part in the back. But still you have an add place for a cross axle. And one thing, another thing is the color scheme. The color scheme is orange and gray, which, if you're familiar with the Bionicle storyline, outside of the regular, like, well-known storyline, you know that the Toa of Iron are gray and orange, whereas Toa of Stone, which he is, are the typical brown and yellow. So really, some people may mistake him for a Toa of Iron, when really he's a Toa of Stone. But hey, for people who like to make mocks, these orange pieces are kind of good for mocking, because orange isn't one of the commonly used colors in Lego. Orange and purple are very uncommonly used. However, they are starting to use purple in Hero Factory, like Voltix has purple pieces. But anyway, back to the review. He's nice. You have the Vaki limbs, which are short and husky, which is kind of accurate for Toa of Stone, to use Vaki limbs. It could also be accurate for a Toa of Earth. But here you have the Roxy limbs, which is the exact opposite of the Vaki limbs. Because the Roxy limbs are really tall and skinny, whereas Vaki limbs are short and husky. Anyway, yeah. And so, like, the arms are actually longer than his legs because of the use of the Roxy piece and the Vaki piece. So yeah, posability, you have a full range of motion here. It turns completely around. You have posability at the joints, and hand, it turns around too. That's on both arms. And on the legs, you have full range of motion on the joint, and on the legs you can spin the legs 360 degrees. Feet, good articulation, good. Strangely, the regular size sets, like the size set of this guy here, not the Rocka size, but the just like Fintoka or Glatorian size sets, usually have the best articulation. But Titan size sets usually don't have as good articulation, just because they have all those more joints, which make it hard to articulate. But anyway, yeah, that's Pohatu. Now let's move on to the vehicle, the Rocka, alright? Now, like I said, you have a handle here which you can hold it, which all the vehicles except for Mazika have, because Mazika isn't a flying vehicle. And just like I said when I was talking about the instructions, you have this, like, the Lego City hubcap here, which if you turn one way, it folds these out, which is cool. Which flight mode, and so yeah, and these, I really do like this detailed part here, these Toamahari blades on the front, which make it look kind of like ice skates, but strangely it can't ice skate because of all the stuff down hanging under it. And you have like a little stand here made out of the little claws here for the Toamahari. And you also have the Bow-Rock shields, which they're using even now since like 2003. You have the Galak Cal shield, and you have the Nuvok shield. Not Nuvok Cal, but just regular Nuvok. But strangely, pretty much they only, till the end of Bionicle, which was 2010, they only make these in silver. They don't make them in any other colors like they did with the Bow-Rock. But still pretty cool. And you have this thing here, and you're wondering what this thing is. This fires the Jammer spheres, and strangely, I'm not gonna fire the Jammer spheres now because I don't want to lose it during the review. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, pretty cool. And like I said, you have the handlebars also made out of the spikes of red cross axles that you plug into Pohatu's hands there. And you have all other details, like you have the Matau arrow slicer right here. And you have the Avmatoran jetpack here on both sides. And you have this giant rocket booster here, which is pretty cool. And you'll use a lot of Technic pieces, which kind of reminds me of the good old days, 2001 to 2003, where all the Bionicles were using Technic pieces, which I do kind of like how the old days when they were using the Technic pieces, but they don't anymore. Bionicles not even making Bionicles anymore. Right now they're making Hero Factory 5.0, and I heard this one guy say, I forgot his username, but they're making Hero Factory 6.0, which is an underwater theme right now, and too bad Jim and Bob Productions isn't going to leak the sets out because he's leaving YouTube, and Hutch Productions may, but I don't know. But anyway, back to the review. You have these nice other details. You have these nice, like just the same hubcap on the front was kind of like headlights, pretty cool. And right in here is where you load the Jammer spheres. I don't even think they should be called Jammer spheres because they're like silver. I think if I'm storyline correct, I do believe it's energized protodermis that's in here. I do know that's true for the Jammer spheres, but I'm not sure if this is true for this. So yeah. As soon as I put Pohatu back on, I'll show you what it looks like. Pohatu on. This long cross axle here, the feet they peg into the side of the feet. Just let me do it outside of the camera. Alright, so here he is with when he is on the Rocka T3, and as you can see, it looks pretty cool. Anyway, now it's time for ratings. What do I rate him? I rate him an 8 out of 10. This is definitely a good set. My favorite set out of the 2008 vehicles is the Jet Tracks. This set was $40 in US currency when it was in stores. Jet Tracks was I think the Jet Tracks I think was $60 and the Accelera was $80. The Voltraz was $20 and Mazika was $30. So yeah, that's the price range for the 2008 vehicles. So yeah. Anyway, this is Flying Ninja 444 signing off.